Hello, welcome to RDR2 Map Wander episode 9. My name's David and I was an environment artist on RDR2. And I'm currently wandering the world, roughly east to west, kind of zigzagging across the world and taking in as much as I can. Really trying to get the most out of this world and just to see all the sights. And I'm very happy to have you all along with me, actually. Plenty of episodes to catch up on if this is your first time here. Exactly 8 episodes before this one. So you can see 8 episodes of me wandering around, crashing into things, falling down hills, and just having a natter, really. Some reminiscences about the development, me stumbling on sort of rock formations and stuff that I'm like, I remember that being built and I remember the person who did that and oh, I did a bit of work around here, etc. You know, so it's all very chilled out, but I'm happy to have you on board. And it seems ages since I was last here. It really is, and it is a few weeks actually. I've missed it because I've been on holiday for a week. Holidaying in the wilderness, enjoying the forests of northwest England, and just getting out and about a bit. Very nice, very relaxing, getting away from screens. So that was nice. And Death Stranding 2 has been distracting me as well, as you might see in the recent videos. Which, oh, that's amazing, isn't it? Great game, great game. Let's turn down the camp anyway before I forget, because you know, we don't want to leave fires going, do we? No. Right. Now, right, this is exciting because I've been really looking forward to getting back to RDR2 because I'm on the new PC. We're on the new PC. We're on the new PC. We're on the new PC and it looks blooming amazing. It's, well, everything's as max as I can make it. It's all up onto Ultra. And as super duper duper as we can, and we're at 60 frames a second, we're at 4K, and yeah, it's at its best, I guess. I mean, I don't know whether there's any modding things. I've not really attempted to mod it, so it's, you know, vanilla RDR2 on the PC. I am rocking a RTX 5070 Ti. Got a i9 processor, 64 gig RAM, a water-cooled beast, which is, oh my god, amazing. It's just amazing. I'm really, really, really liking seeing all these lovely AAA games in a new light for me, because I've always been a 1080p, mostly 30 frames a second gamer, really, and that's been fine for me, you know. But I will not say no to this. This is just beautiful to see these games at their best. What an experience! Really nice, and I can see the difference straight away. I mean, all the shapes are coming through really nice. You know, the ground is really popping. The textures are just looking great. The veg is sitting so nicely. The world is just looking beautiful. I can't say that enough. So I feel very privileged to have this PC. It's just, I'm blown away by it, you know. And you know, I'm not made of money. I have sacrificed somewhat to get it. Other things won't be had. Things like that. So you know, you put your priorities on what you want to put them on, don't you, really? And I figured this was worth prioritizing. And yeah, you know, what a joy, what a joy. But you know, enough waffle. Actually, is there enough waffle? I know quite a few would agree with that. But I'm not apologizing for waffle because that's what this channel is about. If this is your first time here, welcome, by the way, thank you. Well, actually, I say that, and probably quite a few of you, this will be the first time, because I seem to have had quite a few subscribers lately, with one thing and another. There's a lot of new folks around here, So you're welcome. It's nice to have you. Yeah, it's great that you're interested and bothered enough. That's all cool. But yeah, this is a waffly channel. I'm gonna make no bones about it. I'm gonna make no apologies about it either. This is a way for me to relax and revisit, especially RDR2, and to some extent GTA 5. It's a great way to revisit these games that I've, in all honesty, barely played, and not played through the storylines. Being a developer on these sort of games is a double-edged sword, very much. And you spend so much time as a developer on these games that, frankly, you don't want to play them when you're at home. That's the ultimate in bringing work home. And for me, it's just not something I could do. I need a good amount of time between working on a game and spending any amount of time in that game world. It's always been that way for me, and I suspect it's that way for a lot of developers. It's just the nature of it, isn't it, really? So yeah, I feel quite privileged to be able to play through these games again in such high fidelity, and I will wander through and have a good old ramble and natter, and you never know, you might hear something interesting along the way. We'll see, won't we? I'll let you be the judge of that. You can put it in the comments if you want. Dude, this guy just get to the point, man. But I'll tell you, there is no point. Don't expect me to ever get to the point, because there is no point. Is there really? It's just relaxation and having a chat. So Carol, my horse of many adventures, Carol, great, sturdy and faithful steed. She's enjoyed having a good old wander, and she's nearly fallen off some cliffs as well, so I'm feeling a little bit protective of Carol. But what a nice place to stop here. I was primarily a water artist on RDR2, so I did a lot of river work, things like that. Did quite a bit of terrain work in Roanoke and Heartlands and New Austin. But I spent a great part of my time on rivers. I must say, I didn't work on this river, so I'm not claiming anything on this river. It's really nice. I know exactly who did it and who worked on it, and they did a tremendous job. Look how the water is flowing around that central rock and not fall there. I mean, it's actually 3 flows there, isn't there? And having played a few different games since I was last here, Death Stranding 2 it has some nice rivers and stuff. I've been playing GTA, and what else have I been playing? Last of Us and Indiana Jones, all that sort of stuff. And I always come back to RDR2's rivers because they're the best out there, aren't they? I mean, even though I worked on them, it always feels a little bit immodest of me to be sort of going on about that, but it's true. RDR2 rivers are the best. They've not been bettered. In 7 years since its release, no one's just sort of prioritized rivers enough to make anything better than what we managed to get done in this game. And I mean, I'm simultaneously sort of disappointed that the gaming industry has not caught up tech-wise on water, or at least has not prioritized that. But also pride in that. The work we did on this water has stood the test of time, and it's an absolute pleasure, and it's a treasure, really, just to have been a part of that. And I'm so proud of it because I just love it. I love watching it and looking at it, and it's great. I mean, it's my dream come true to have been a part of that, and it's, oh my god, it's just blooming brilliant. And yeah, I mean, look at that. The VFX people did such a great job. As he turns to foam there, as he falls over the lip of the waterfall, it's just great, isn't it? The weight's there, the speed is right, the foaminess of it. Oh my god, yeah, it's great. And that's all VFX on the waterfall. As a water artist, our responsibility kind of ended at the lip of the waterfall. And then VFX takes over until it crashes down, and then you pick it back up when you get to the water surface below. So it was a good team effort with water artists and VFX. Yeah, and physics as well, of course. You know, lots of physics in that very active water surface. Yeah, really nice. Okie dokie, let's go over here. Let's hope the train doesn't come along. Oh yeah, I was. Oh well, yeah. I was gonna zip to the map, but that is just too good a view not to dwell on it. Look at the rainbow shining out of there. Oh my god, it looks so smooth on this as well. Oh god, the resolution's great. I mean, the jump from 1080p to 4K is very perceptible. I mean, I'm on a 55-inch Sony Bravia TV here, so I've got plenty of space to appreciate all that 4K extra goodage. Yeah. And of course the start of the Dakota River Gorge here as well. Really nice, amazing scenery down there. My buddy who I sat next to did quite a bit of work going down this gorge, so I was able to just sort of lean over very often and see what he was getting up to going down here. Ringside seat kind of thing. Yeah. Oh man, I've missed this game. I've missed it. It's been weeks and weeks. It's a pleasure to get back to it. I'm glad you're along for the ride, and I'm really glad I'm here. Because even after 9 episodes in, oh man, I am just happy as anything to be continuing to do this. So yeah, lots of infusing, isn't there, going on here? Wonderful. Oh man, yeah, right. So after that rather wonderful view, let's map time. So yeah, last episode we were mucking around all over the place. Actually, I keep meaning to sort of be going down to Flatiron Lake, and I never quite get there because I get distracted. Witch's Cauldrons over here distracted me. There you are. And then we went to Oak Creek's Run, Veterans Farmstead. Popped in and didn't meet the veteran. Didn't steal anything from his chest. No, except that rum that I accidentally took. Didn't mean to. But yeah, and it occurred to me that I've never actually visited Cotorra Springs. I remember them getting made, and I remember daily updates showing these rather wonderful kind of cool coloured volcanic springs and stuff. And so I never actually visited them in game. So this is my chance to catch back up, isn't it? So we're going to follow along the rail there until we meet a dog. And we'll turn to the right at dog. Okay? It's a wolf, isn't it? Of course. But there we go. Oh my god. Silky smooth is what comes to mind here. Beautiful. God. Can't believe, this game's 7 years old and it looks so current. I mean, Death Stranding 2 has laid a new benchmark for terrain kind of granularity, hasn't it? Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic looking game. But, there's trade-offs to get there. They've made their choices on where they want to sort of make their compromises and stuff. And, I think it's worked really well for Kojima Productions. It's utterly stunning looking game. Enjoying every minute of it. And just the lighting is fantastic in it. And yeah, as I said, that granularity on the terrain. And the way they've built it as well, they really understand the landscape. They know exactly what they're doing. I have my little peeves about the rivers and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, that's kind of mistakes everyone seems to make with rivers, isn't it? Gone past them, haven't I? I thought I had. So let's swing back round there. They're up there, aren't they? So come on, Carol, let's go back over this bridge. Carol doesn't mind the rain. Neither do I. The rain's fine, especially when you're going out walking. Can't let a bit of rain stop you, can you? No such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. Very true that, I find. Right. Let's just zoom around here. Yeah, we'll go up this bit here because this will take us to those rather nice springs. First time I saw the rain splashes in a game was Elder Scrolls Morrowind, if you remember that, on the Xbox. Was it Xbox? Was it the Xbox 360? Was it the Xbox 360? I think it was, you know. It was like the first one that was on a console. And when you got off that boat in Sedanin and marveling at the water because it's raining, going, ooh, there's raindrops. Yeah, nice. I love these memories of gaming, and you know, when there's a sort of notable first that happens, you know, it's yeah, it brings back the old memories, doesn't it? The reflections are really good, aren't they? You know, they're working great. I mean, I'm sure you could pick in some way. There's a certain you know, yeah, there's a sort of certain flickeriness going on there, isn't there? You know, but yeah, it's all right. I can forgive it that. Right, let's get up to those springs. Oh, creature, little creature on the right there. Here we are. Here we are. Wow. I feel like there's a strange sort of feeling of when you're making terrain for these sort of games. You know, you're almost like a kind of god in a way, aren't you? You know, you're looking down on the world. You've got the whole world or your whole section at your fingertips on your monitor, and you know, you've got some certain responsibilities of creating for this world. And you have the very much the high level view, and that's what I remember of this area. You know, the high level view. I think I seem to recall importing a bit of this terrain in and checking it out, and then seeing it from on high. Ooh, lovely, Old Faithful, there she goes. And yeah, seeing it from on high, and seeing it in daily updates, broad vista sort of shots, and you know, now I'm down on ground level, you know, very much the human scale, being in that world. And yeah, it's a kind of feeling from like coming out of the sky as some sort of sky god creator and coming down now as an embodied human into the world there and seeing it, you know, at ground level. Lovely. It's really nice, isn't it? Yeah, I usually remember these hues used in the water there. You know, it's almost rainbowy, isn't it, really, as it comes out? You know, that lovely aqua green fading into the sort of browny yellows, oranges, and then almost the reds at the edges. Really lovely. In fact, this is very reminiscent of when I visited New Zealand. My brother lives in New Zealand, and we went on a multi-day hike on a track called, oh, was it called the Rootburn Track, actually? Was it the Rootburn Track? Actually, no, I don't think it was. It was another one. Can't remember what it was. But it was, I think it was about 18 kilometres up this valley to a hut you could stay up at. And the hut was by some hot springs. And so we arrived there very tired. And it was in a sort of almost like a horseshoe canyon. All these steaming hot springs. It was snowing. And all the mountains around us, these big tall mountains, were ringed around us, and it was covered in snow. Snow was falling, and then we all got in the hot springs and had a good long soak because they weren't boiling hot. There was a hot river that ran through a collection of little pools, and people had kind of cleverly diverted bits of the flow. You can almost control the temperature of the hot water coming in. It's great. And yeah, I just sat back and looked at the mountains. Snow was falling down on me, and I was just toasty warm in this beautiful pool. And yeah, it brings back memories like that. I love it when these games evoke memories, don't they? You know, being out in the wilderness. If it's a sort of wildernessy game, and oh wow, cool. And you know, they twig your memories, don't they? I'm loving the turbulence in there. You know, you can get a sense of it bubbling up. Right, it's deep, isn't it, as well? Yeah. I'm not going in there, though. Ah, cool. Right, well, I'm very pleased to have visited here. Let's just have a little hop over yonder. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's very little grows around the edges of these things as well. I think it's the sulfur that sort of retards the growth of a lot of vegetation, so it does sort of feel a little bit sort of barren around them sometimes. But look at that one there. Whoa, that one's getting going, isn't it? Man. Excellent. Loving that. Ah, excellent. Well done. Well done, you who made that. You did a great job. Yeah, nice. So, the mountains are starting to beckon, you know. But let's just have a look, right? Let's just have a look-see. Because I do fully intend to head up, well, Beartooth Beck does bring a lot of memories. But probably first, Whinyard Strait is a river close to my heart. Yeah, check that one out. And then, yeah, you know, Cattail Pond, and very much north up here, this river, particularly fond of. And, you know, you start the game up here, don't you? Yeah, there's a couple of us working on rivers up here. My buddy did a lot of stuff up here around there. And, yeah, you know, Beartooth Beck coming down here is a notable area. Yeah, great. So, yeah, we'll check those two out, certainly, as it's on our way, won't it? So, where are we now? I'm getting myself lost. We're very close to Whinyard Strait, actually, aren't we? Well, let's go and look at Whinyard Strait, shall we? Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Right, come on, Arthur. Arthur. Yeah, Arthur's voice has been getting excited on online lately, hasn't he? I really don't know what he was teasing, other than, I mean, presumably it's the remasters that are rumoured. I don't know anything about them myself. I can neither confirm nor deny anything about those, but I do hope so. A remaster would be great, wouldn't it? Not heard much about a PC remaster. What I heard was about the consoles online. So I do hope any sort of potential remasters visit PC land. It'd be great. I mean, to be honest though, it feels almost greedy because this is looking fantastic. This is looking every bit as good as, you know, anything you can expect, even in this day and age, I think. Yeah, you know, it's brilliant. But, well, you know, we'll all sort of soak up whatever Rockstar wants to throw at us, won't we, I suppose? Yeah, more the merrier and all that. So, let's trundle along here. And, yes, I do believe Whinyard Strait plops off the edge up there. And then, yeah, it goes down there. It goes down there. Cool. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I might just leave Carol just over here, though, because I don't want to, you know, hassle Carol too much with climbing up rocks and stuff. Maybe if I just... Carol, how do you think about just chilling out here for a little while? You okay? You okay? Yeah? She's alright, isn't she? Carol's quite happy. I mean, I'd be quite happy sitting here for a while as well. Come on, down you go. Come on. Get off your horse. And drink your milk. Does anyone remember that anymore? Grew up on John Wayne films, I did. No, I don't want to rest. I don't want to rest. No. I want Carol to rest. How was it? How did I hitch her, can't remember now. No! What are you doing? Oh my god, I can't believe he did that. That was just outrageous. John, if I could punish John, I would do for that. Poor Carol, oh my god. Ugh. Carol, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Right, how do I, can I pat Carol? I'm gonna pat Carol. Oh my god. I'm
Calm yourself.
the most inept developer on YouTube. Right, I've got to feed you now, Carol, as well.
Hungry
Because
girl.
I am so sorry about punching you in the face. That was just awful, isn't it? Come on, let's feed Carol more. Oh, brush. Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's brush Carol. How else can we make it up to you, Carol? Because I was just trying to hitch you to the ground because I don't trust myself now. I just don't trust myself. So what was that button I pressed to punch Carol? Poor Carol. My God. Ugh. Carol, she's looking a bit sad as well, isn't she? Oh no. Dear me. I'm going to pat you again, Carol. Dear me.
Girl.
Yeah, yeah. What sort of monster am I, eh? Dear me. What sort of monster are you? You're a terrible, terrible man. Ugh. I've never punched Carol the Ikran in Avatar Frontiers of Pandora yet, so let's hope that doesn't happen. So I never thought I'd be punching you, Carol, sorry. If any cougars come along, I know what to do. I don't know. So, yeah. Cougar combat. But anyway, how do I just, you know, hitch you to something? Are you going to be there when I come back? Because I have had problems with Carol wandering off sometimes. But, yeah, well. We'll just have to see, won't we? You know, if she wanders off, we'll find her again, I'm sure. So, yeah, let's wander through here. This rather cool super duper hat that's here. Should we swap our hat? Let's see. Yeah, we'll have that. We'll have that. We'll take that. We'll take that and we'll not even read it. We'll not even read it. Whoa, we'll read it in a bit. My main concern is Whinyard Strait here. And I do have some other videos actually. Going very slowly up certain rivers. Ooh! Oh my god. Oh. There you go. I did mention that, didn't I? Watch me play these games and fall off cliffs and stuff. So I'm dead. So that's it. John's dead. But he's going to be resurrected. Resurrected now. Right, I'm very sorry about that. Old John. Old John. I mean, last time I did that, I didn't fall off a blooming cliff, did I? So, come on. We've got some rather convenient steps here. And why else would you put those steps there? I ask. If you can't climb up it. You know? Come on. Come on. I didn't put those steps there. Someone must have put them without thinking you could get up though. Come on. Come on, John. There you go. No, that's not how you go, is it? Alright. Alright, well, we'll just try it that way then, won't we? I mean, I do feel that that's a bit of a missed opportunity there, getting up this rock, because they look tailor-made to climb up there, and if I was doing this bit of rock, that's definitely what I would have done. I would have put an extra notch here so you can climb right up, and I'm slightly puzzled that that's not the case, because that's usually the sort of thing we like to do, but alright, no worries, no worries. So where do you think Carol's got to then? Do you think she's well, I wouldn't be surprised if she'd gone off in a huff. I wouldn't blame her either, actually. So no, don't, no, don't want to get into that. Come on. Ooh. We got a slightly flickeriness toward the edges of the screen on those shadows, haven't we? Yeah. Not to worry. Right, come on, Carol. Oh, there she is. No, Carol, don't stand there. That's a terrible place to stand, isn't it? Come over here, Carol. Come on, girl. Come over here. And you'll be alright. I'm glad she's turned up with my whistle. God. Right, alright, well, let's try and find a safer path. Is he just going to stumble on this incline? Cause it... Oh no, we're alright. We're alright. There we go. So I'll come up Whinyard Strait from this other side here. Yeah, good stuff. Right, you... oh, Carol's rather gamely sort of trying to climb up too. Good. Right, here we go. Looking forward to seeing this little stretch of river in full mode. Full gubbins. Yeah. Oh, the water. We got tessellation and everything up max and, you know, all that good stuff. So, a lot of lovely reactive water going on. And how lively. You know, it's... that's one thing that I'm always a bit disappointed with watering, especially river water in games. You know, it lacks reactivity and it lacks that sparkle of life, that bubble, that movement. There we go. I'm very proud to have had a part in rivers and river water. Yeah. And I know I've had some people disagree with my assessments of rivers. And, you know, I just invite you to check out real world rivers. And, you know, you don't get those inclines that, like, you know, look at Death Stranding 2. Brilliant game. Gorgeous looking game. Absolutely amazing. And all the water shaders are great and everything. But, you know, you've got your river water going down at odd angles. And, you know, I do recall on researching water and stuff like that, you know, taking account all rivers generally, there's an average slope on like non-rapids. It drops down by about 2.6 meters per kilometer. And you work that back, that's about 0.15 degrees angle. So, you know, it's almost flat. And so when you make a water ribbon that's maybe like 10 or 15 degrees angled down, doesn't sound much, but when you look at it, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right because rivers don't do that unless they're rapids. Unless they're a small mountain stream that's like, zapping down like a hillside, mountainside. Otherwise, you know, they come down in steps like this here, you see it. It gurgles down from platform to platform as the river hits a drop, plops down into a little pool, and it churns out and erodes out the riverbed, and it forms a wider pool, and it spills over onto the next, and it spills down. And so, you know, it babbles down from elevation to elevation, and it's always seeking to become flat, basically. And so, a good rule of thumb, if you're making a river in a game, wherever you can, try and make the river surface as flat as you can, and lose elevation in a stepped manner. And sure, yeah, you can have certain sections that are a bit more of a slopey stuff, but, you know, try and absorb them into the step sections. Like, you know, just check this bit out here. It's more or less a bit of a waterfall, but, you know, there's a steeper angle there on that lip. But, you know, it comes off that lip up there and plops down here. And now it's getting too dark, isn't it? So, gonna get the old camp out, I think. I just want to sort of nestle down in here for the night and maybe cook some sausages on the fire and just, yeah, great. But morning, yeah, let's do it because we do want the daylight, don't we? Not quite sure how far away we'll be from Whinyard Strait after finding our nice flat campsite. Because you can't be having people make campsites on steep hillsides, can you? It's not going to work. So let's get out of here. Let's leave. Come on, John. John? Is it John? It is John, yeah. I keep thinking, is it Arthur again? But it's not, it's John. It's John. John Marston. My old dude. Before doing this, last time I saw John Marston was in RDR1 Undead Nightmare, and I think he turned into a zombie by the end of it, hadn't he? So, glad to see he's alive and well, and not of the undead ranks. Oh man, it's just so beautiful to look at. I'm so glad I've got this game to wander around in. I mean, gaming's great, isn't it? I love gaming. I love environments in games. Oh man, it's I mean, I think you can tell why I became an environment artist, can't you? It does infuse me quite a lot. So how far has it put us from Whinyard Strait? It's put us quite a way, hasn't it? Really. But well, let's see if Carol's gonna come, shall we? No, not Satchel. Carol. I'm still feeling guilty about punching her in the face. That was an awful thing to do. You're a monster. That's all I can say. And Carol, maybe she's giving me the cold shoulder. And I wouldn't blame her. Stop getting the satchel out, John. It's John doing it, not me. Oh no. Oh no, I've been abandoned by Carol. After 9 episodes of travelling with Carol, she's gone. How do I get her back if, like, she disappears? It's a bit of a worry, isn't it? It's a bit of a worry. I'm sure some of you know, don't you? If I lose Carol, how do I get her back? And where will she be? Will she revert to somewhere else, like base camp or something? Or what? What's going to happen? What am I going to do? I can't carry on without Carol. Look, I'm sorry, the whole thing's cancelled. This is all off if Carol doesn't turn back up. Because Carol is an integral part of this world for me. And it's Carol or nothing. And no other horse will do. I would settle for Carol the Ikran. But I don't think she's going to turn up. Oh, a creature over there. What's that? What's that? What are you? Oh, what are you? No. Go away. Oh, what did I do to you? I didn't punch you in the face, did I? Carol's more forgiving than you were. Beast. Anyway, Carol. Come on, Carol. Where have you gone? Carol. He cries forlornly into the wilderness. Carol. Oh well. My God. Right, well, yeah, alright, let's carry on this way because maybe Carol is, where I left her there. You don't think I left her at the camp, do you? Did I just not see her at the camp? Ugh, I'm worried now. Because this sort of thing happens to me. I completely miss. Ooh. No, I completely miss the blindingly obvious on a lot of these playthroughs. I realise, sometimes I'll be like watching my edit back and I'll notice like, you were very confused by that part and the viewer is probably screaming, going, "It's there, you fool!" But is that Carol? Carol! Ah, Carol's come back. Good. I'm relieved, Carol. I'm glad you've come back. I'm really sorry for punching you in your face, girl. Yeah. I think I've apologised enough now, though. You'll be alright. Right, back to this water. Whinyard Strait. Love it. Loving it. And yeah, especially after analysing some rivers in Death Stranding 2. It's just a different character entirely. It's a different beast. It's, rivers were given time, love, priority, tech, effort, research, and a lot of love. And these things show up in games. If you don't prioritize something, then it's not going to get any love, is it? It's not going to get attention, and it's not going to look as good. So, old Hideo, my old mate, if you like rivers, give you a few tips, mate. All right. I'm being impertinent, of course. He's a clever guy, isn't he? And he knows his stuff, and his team know their stuff. Kojima Productions have got some great environment artists, clearly. And, a great everything, basically. Great tech, great coders, great tech art, great artists, And from what I can see, probably great QA as well. It seems a solid game. Really well done. Great character artists. Let's not forget that. The character art is astounding, isn't it? That's one of the stars of the show, really, isn't it? I would say character art and environment art in that game. Just, you know, so good. So good. But, yeah, you know, just check this bit out. You know, this is the very epitome of, certainly mountain rivers to me. You know, most games would have had that going down at this very odd angled slope. Perhaps with, you know, some nice rock edging and stuff. I guess like Assassin's Creed Shadows. You know, lovely rock assets surrounding the water. But you'd have had this sort of almost 45-degree ribbon going down like that. And just looking rather unnatural and strange. Whereas we were allowed to really go to town on shaping and guiding water flows and you know, getting the flow maps, the direction of flow of the water to interact with the riverbed and the river edges and rocks and stuff. You know, I can't really go into the details because Rockstar have never gone into the details, so I can't really. I'd love to, but yeah, you know, maybe one day. But it's enough just to have a look. I mean, I love this little bit here. You know, it's a really interesting little bit where it emerges from this sort of crack / spring in the mountains, you know. And yeah, you know, the shape is just, it's fun to do. It's really nice to work on these sort of aspects of environment art. It's very satisfying. It's a real pleasure. It really is. And so down we go, plopping down there. And I'd kind of quite like to check out the lower part of it without falling off the waterfall, really. So I think there was a way. Hello, fishy, red fishy. Right, so let's get down here. Let's rejoin Carol. Let's rejoin the rather faithful Carol horse. And I don't think I'll ever forgive myself for punching Carol in the face like that. Just keep replaying it in my mind. I'll probably wake up going, Carol. After that very terrible punch. You know, I'm going to watch that back in editing and I'm just going to cringe every time. Yeah.
You know what to do, girl.
But I'm not going to edit it out. You'll always bear witness to my crime. Yeah. And then, you know, feel free to berate me and chastise me for that. And make me sort of fully feel like the monster I am. But, yeah, right. I want to, you know, come down here. We're going to sort of bird down here and pick up the river at the bottom part there. So let's just let's go wild and head off peace down here and hopefully pick up that little pathy bit. This is so wonderfully smooth and enjoyably excellent to navigate around. Oh, this is just looking so blooming good. I mean, this is the height-based blending for you. You know, it really shines in RDR2. We didn't have height-based blending on GTA 5. It came on sort of part way through development on RDR2, and it's, to me, it's a game changer. When you can do blending between textures that fits in amongst the form of that texture, it's just tremendous. You know, it really works great. And you know, oh, hang on, right, let me just get down there without too much hassle. Carol's handling that pretty well, so let's just see if we can't just have a look. Well done, Carol, that was good. You know, all these textures here, you know, we've got the mossy stuff, we've got the scree, we've got the larger rocks, we've got different varieties of scree there and earth, and you know, they're all blending like really naturally based on the height map for each of those textures. So you can be vert painting and those textures will creep in the low parts And, you know, depending on how much painting you apply, how strong, you know, it'll fill more and more of it in. But you can just brush over vert painting and it'll fill in the gaps between rocks with, you know, say it's like your more sandy earth or, you know, your mossy sort of stuff. And it, oops, sorry, Carol there. And it's just a way of texture blending that a linear blend just, you know, you can't get that naturalistic effect with linear blending between textures. You know, it's just a fact, isn't it? When you've got the height based, you've got all that extra information that puts it in that, you know, it just looks so great, so real. So I was, you know, I loved texture blending on all this stuff. You know, to watch it as you brush it over and it creeps in, you know. Yeah, I could geek out on that for quite a while. Right, so Whinyard Strait's just around the corner, I do believe. Nice little hut. Never seen that before. Interesting. So there we go. We've got, yeah, the Cotorra River Gorge. Yeah, my lead did, I think, most of the waterwork down the actual Dakota River down in here. I think there's a number of people that worked on this area actually, but yeah, I think my lead did a great deal of that. Who I sat next to. I sat next to him on GTA 5 as well, and it was nice because us terrain team that worked on terrain on GTA 5, we were all sat in the same area working on RDR2 as well. So we, you know, we had a real sort of close-knit little team going there. Cool. Hello. Hello. It's funny, I don't remember that being there last time I was wandering around here. But, no worries. Right, we'll just get off Carol here. Lovely saddle, isn't it? Looks great in 4K, that saddle. Oh my god, that's the best I've ever seen it looking. And you know, the cloth surface there as well, the leather, it's got that sheen to it, hasn't it? I had no idea who did all this sort of stuff. Whether the saddle was done by the same people that actually made the animals and stuff, I don't actually know. It probably was, I would imagine. That's the sort of job that you'd probably want the horse artist making the saddle. But you know, look, you got your little metal bits on it, and the surfaces all look great, don't they? Man, it's a pleasure to be up close to all this stuff. It really is. Right, Carol, you just hang there, and yeah. I am seeing a bit of a flicker every now and again. You're probably seeing it too, aren't you? I don't quite know what that is. Could be something to do with the tessellation on the water, maybe? I don't know. Well, keep an eye on it. But yeah, check out the water there. You know, it's reacting to that boulder. It's going around it. Most games, you get your flow mark, it's just going straight through it, you know. But it's going around it and it's bunching up before it. Yeah, we've got some tessellation things going on there. I wonder if it's something in the settings that I've got. I'll look into that for next time. But I've got tessellation on max. Yeah, there again. So, yeah, you know, I'm aware of it, and we'll look into what's going on there. Bet Digital Foundry could tell me, couldn't they? Alex, John, Rich, fancy taking a look? I love Digital Foundry. That's really cool, isn't it? I love those guys. I'm always like, whenever there's a new Digital Foundry video, I'm like, out on it. Oh, yeah, I love it. And, you know, they seem such great guys, don't they, as well? Yeah. That's great. I could geek out with those guys. Yeah, that flickering, I'm slightly concerned about that. I don't like it. I want to eradicate it if I can. Maybe some people among you good listeners have got some suggestions on that too. Many heads are better than one, aren't they? But yeah, anyway, you know, tessellation bunching up before the rock there, isn't it? You know, it's reactive. to that boulder. And, you see that throughout all the boulders. So, yeah, here we go. This nice little interesting channel, where the water thunders down from the top part of Whinyard Strait. And it just has a lot of fun as it comes down here and meets the Dakota River. Lovely rock sort of edges there, and it's just it's a joy to sort of work on these sort of rivers, as they have this sort of dialogue with the landscape, and at the end of the day, the river has created the landscape to a huge degree. Those over the millennia and more, rivers create valleys, don't they? They erode it down, and they shape the landscape in a huge way. So that's another reason why it was a joy to work on rivers, because they inform the landscape around them, and we were able to incorporate that into the terrain of RDR2. And I think it's one of the reasons why the wilderness and the terrain of RDR2 works so well, because all of us had our eyes on natural wilderness landscapes and how they form, and we didn't have any just chuck it here, chuck it there sort of stuff. Everything is in its place for a reason generally. So what a fun little thing there going on. The water sort of smashes down through that. It's eroded its way down between those rocks and created a pool in there, and then it comes gushing out, and it's just sort of hitting everything and splashing everywhere and running down here, creating sort of the misty stuff. And it's just it's having a lot of fun as it travels down, isn't it? Yeah, that's great. Really nice to see. Whinyard Strait, one of my fave little rivers. And there's Carol waiting very, very patiently for me there. I think she has fully forgiven me, and so on that, I'll forgive myself for the horrendous treatment of Carol in this episode. Yes, so let's put it behind us. Let's put it behind us, and I think that's quite a nice spot to stop this episode. I've no idea how long this one has been. I don't clock watch, so I like to give these episodes a good bit of breathing space, which gives justice to the landscape, and in the spirit of these wanders, we're just sort of taking it easy. I would hate to rush through this. And I was actually thinking, once I've wandered the length and breadth of the wilderness, all the way down to New Austin, is my plan. And I was thinking of maybe finally catching up with the actual story of Red Dead 2, because I've not played the story. Past setting up camp at Horseshoe Canyon. And that was when it first came out, and then I just found that I couldn't really play it that much. I tried to play it, and I just thought, this is too much. So that might be quite a nice project after this one. Really, is play through the story. Don't know whether you'd find that interesting or not, really. But I think I'd like to catch up with the story. Yeah, because everyone says it's really good, and it would be a shame to miss it. Because, as we know, many game stories are pretty pants, aren't they, really? They're just an excuse to sort of hang this game together. And so a game with a quality storyline shouldn't be wasted, I think, especially not this as well. So, I'm thinking about it. I'm slightly reluctant to commit to playthroughs of games, because that's quite a commitment, isn't it? And I've got limited time, and I don't want to kind of commit to playing through a game and get bored halfway through, But I don't think that would happen in the case of RDR2. It's a special game. It's a special game for many of you as well, I know. The amount of people who've been, extolling the goodness of their memories, and just spending what amounts to quality time in this world, for what seems to me to be mental health reasons for a lot of people. You know, I think when people are struggling with mental health, a lot of us naturally seek out the natural world. And I know I do. You know, I find going out and getting away from civilization to be very therapeutic. And if you can't quite get out, or you don't have the time or opportunity, you know, a simulated natural landscape can help for that sort of stuff, can't it? And you know, a lot of people have said that, so I know that's a thing that, you know, people use it for. So I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? That's great. I've long thought that the potential of games is wasted on shooty, stabby. You know, I'd love to see games, you know, start delving into the sort of therapeutic possibilities. And yeah, it's a joy to hear that a lot of you have been finding it that. So, you know, that's great. Well, you know, I'm very pleased that I can be part of something like that, you know. But yeah, that water keeps juddering, doesn't it? It keeps flicking. That's something to do with the water physics. And I'm going to, first protocol be like tessellation settings on the water. Maybe some update on the tessellation is sort of getting interrupted or something there. So we'll look into it. We want the water at its best, don't we? But yeah, I wasn't joking when I was talking about waffling and wandering and rambling, was I? If this is your first foray into my videos, you know, if you're impatient, you might want to check out a different channel, you know, because, you know, this is what it's like. This is what it's always going to be like, by the way. So I don't mind. You can unsubscribe. It's fine. I don't mind. You know, it's all good, isn't it? It's all good. And there's so much stuff on YouTube that there's something for everybody, I think. So it's all good. Yeah, right. You know, I think you can tell I almost don't want to stop this video. I've enjoyed it so tremendously. And I mean, I'm mesmerized. I love this new PC. It's blooming amazing. It's just so much goodness. Great. It is full of LEDs. I've had a hell of a time turning them off, I tell you. And I still can't figure out how to turn off the LEDs on the RAM and on the GPU. I've turned off the rest in the BIOS. It's got all these fans and stuff, and it has LEDs on the fans. And it looks awesome and everything, you know, but I don't always want all these LEDs sort of shining at me. You know, so there's got to be a way to turn off... what's my RAM? Vengeance Corsair or something like that. It's got these funky LEDs that sort of shimmer. And the RTX card has got some lights going on it as well. You know, it's like an attention-seeking PC. It's going, look at me, and I kind of prefer to turn them off, actually. Or at least know how to. And then I can sort of turn them back on if I want, you know. But yeah, enough waffle. I appreciate you. If you've stuck it this far through this video, you deserve some sort of medal. Maybe I could give you some sort of unofficial YouTube medal for sticking through to the end. So yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks very much. Anyway, you know, it's been great. And I'll see you in episode 10. Of RDR2 Map Wander if you don't check out any of the other videos in the meantime. So, oof. Oh, what? Someone's disturbing my wrapping up of the video. Look at that. They're shooting me, aren't they? Oh, well, we'll just have to leave it there, and I'll just leave you in suspense as to what happens as I run away upriver. So, yeah, take it easy. See you later. Have fun. Bye.